Each year on January 26th, Australians across the nation come together to mark Australia Day. For many, it's a day of festivities, barbecues by the beach, community events, and fireworks that light up the evening sky. But beyond the music, food, and celebrations, the date carries a complex history that continues to spark debate and reflection. The origins of Australia Day. Australia Day commemorates the arrival of the First Fleet at Port Jackson, modern-day Sydney Harbour, in 1788. On that date, Captain Arthur Phillip formally raised the British flag, signifying the establishment of a penal colony and the beginning of British colonisation on the Australian continent. For much of Australia's early history, January 26th was celebrated as the anniversary of British settlement, though it wasn't until 1935 that all Australian states and territories officially recognised the day as Australia Day. The celebration became a public holiday nationwide in 1994. How Australians celebrate today. In contemporary times, Australia Day is often viewed as a chance to reflect on national identity. People gather for large-scale events in major cities, such as citizenship ceremonies, parades, live music performances, and iconic fireworks displays. Smaller communities and neighbourhoods host picnics, sports matches, and other outdoor activities, often showcasing the country's diverse cultural heritage through food stalls and entertainment. Local councils also use the day to honour outstanding individuals and organisations through Australian of the Year awards and other civic recognition. For many Australians, the day provides a sense of pride in shared values, multiculturalism, and achievements. A historical debate. However, the historical context of January 26th has led to significant controversy. While it marks the beginning of modern Australia for some, it also represents the start of a long and painful history of dispossession, violence, and cultural erasure for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. Many Indigenous Australians and their allies refer to the date as Invasion Day or Survival Day. For them, it's a time to mourn the loss of land, lives, and culture, as well as to reflect on the resilience and survival of their communities. Protests and Invasion Day rallies are now an established part of January 26th, drawing attention to the ongoing impact of colonisation and advocating for greater recognition of Indigenous history and rights. The path forward. As national conversations about Australia Day continue, many Australians are considering ways to make the celebration more inclusive. Suggestions have ranged from changing the date to better honour all parts of Australia's history, to focusing the day more on unity, truth-telling, and reconciliation. Some have even proposed separate dates to celebrate Australia's multicultural identity and achievements, while using January 26th as a solemn day of remembrance. Australia Day remains a deeply significant date on the nation's calendar, both for its celebratory spirit and the critical reflection it prompts. As Australians gather for picnics, barbecues, and fireworks, it's equally important to remember the historical context that makes the day so complex. By acknowledging the full scope of its history, the country can continue to move toward a more inclusive understanding of what it means to celebrate Australia.